In today's local and national news, we look at how more and more bars are going online for customers overseas to buy drinks for girls, an update on the Kasikorn bank debacle involving staff who fraudulently took money from customers, the failure of a debate of no confidence against Thailand's Prime Minister, an update on the critical situation in Burma, and news of further easing of restrictions within Thailand, allowing more businesses to open and for longer. The Centre for COVID Administration is expected to announce further easing of restrictions today as the COVID situation improves nationally. We're expecting the recategorisation of certain provinces, including Chonburi, which would see our province move up a step, allowing more businesses to operate and alcohol to be sold until midnight. In the capital, it's expected that the ban on alcohol sales will be lifted, and pubs, along with clubs and restaurants in the Bangkok region, allowed to reopen. We can also look forward to the extension of the emergency decree, which gives the government instant powers in the event of a re-emergence of the virus. Yesterday's COVID count for the country, according to the government sources, was just 92 with no new deaths. As the warning continues to avoid any plans to travel to neighbouring Burma, the weekend saw social media companies deleting pages set up by the military there as live rounds were used in an effort to control demonstrations against the coup, with 2 people shot on Saturday dead in Mandalay. Border regions have seen even more Thai military in position to oversee the region, as it's expected that many may attempt to flee here from the political situation. And immigration officials have held off on plans to deport 140 Burmese nationals arrested here as illegals until the situation there stabilises. All will remain in detention until such time. Ideas mooted by some Thai media and tourist-based businesses have been derided this weekend by many. An unofficial proposal to end the 14-day quarantine, replacing it by ideas such as self-isolation, would weaken the security and safety of the local nationals here for sure. With COVID often developing signs only a week or so after arrival, and a vaccine program yet to be rolled out, the current system, which has now been implemented in numerous other countries globally, is seen as keeping the virus more or less at bay from Thailand. A debate and vote of no confidence against Thailand's Prime Minister failed on Saturday to gain the votes needed. This after a 4-day debate that was instigated by the opposition parties. 272 to 206 sees the Prime Minister and his cabinet remain in power without problem. The prime claim was poor management of the current COVID crisis, an issue which has been denied by authorities who in fact have acted quickly and decisively, seeing the country remain with all-time low figures compared to the rest of the world. A Chinese man has been detained after a raid in his Bang Na Trad condo, discovering a munitions stash set for sale online. Working under the name De Waffen, his stash included 9 assault rifles, grenades, 12,000 rounds of ammunition, other weapons and drugs. And a check on his computer is now being carried out to discover customer identities. Meanwhile at home, and the region saw a quiet weekend but is prepping now for more visitors from the Bangkok region in coming weeks. Some hotels have now registered to remain open, and others are mooting the idea as the chances of a return to some semblance of domestic tourism are looking good again. Following the Kasikorn bank debacle involving staff here who fraudulently took money from customers, the recommendation is now clear that in any bank, any deposit must be stamped into your bank book by the system without exception. Deposit and transfer slips too must be signed off by staff, stamped and franked by the system. A simple handwritten slip is not acceptable. Kasikorn has refunded some customers, but many are left fending for themselves after allegedly being told that they have no case against the bank. However, a representative of the CEO's office at the bank told Fabulous 103 that all cases are being investigated with the interest of customers in mind. Locally, the branch in question appears to have blanketly rejected claims from many who had deposited over a period of years into what's turned out to have been a scam operated by staff in uniform working within the bank and to all intents and purposes representing the institution. It's likely that the bank will slowly help more and more of those with claims, but over what period, no one is willing to comment. An interview on just how the bar scene here has changed in Pattaya was released on our YouTube group at the weekend. That's easy to check out. Simply go to YouTube and search for Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And there's a link on our Facebook page, Fabulous 103. Nightwish boss Brian Flowers outlines the changes in his business group's formula to keep it open, and we learn about the newly expanded ideas of video links for Pattaya lovers who can't get here. And with the reminder, mitts, masks and meters. Wash your hands, wear a mask and keep social distancing. And the Met Office promising highs today of 31, dropping down to 25, a day with a mix of sun and clouds. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.